What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you for listening. I'm Gage Samoji. He's Emerson Hip, and this is the Intoxicated Sports Report.
Yeehaw.
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Get your boots on.
Coming to you live at 8 p.m.
That's a late one.
ISR After Dark is back.
Yes, sir. It's funny you got here and it's like, fuck, it feels like it's 2 o'clock. But it was really 5.
I know.
Or 5:30, whatever it was.
Yeah, me being over here, that first hour just flies by.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
You know, I was like, you know what? I'll get there, and I will just get all my stuff ready, drink a beer on your couch, watch basketball. It doesn't happen, you know. You didn't have anything written down yet. The only thing I looked at when I went on my email, and it just said ISR, April 26th. What up, boy? That's all it said. That's all it said. Made me laugh though. Made me laugh.
That's still the title according to this Google document.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I just wanted to say what's up.
But you work your
Before I
magic.
start.
You work your magic like you always do.
We're ready to rock.
And we're ready to rock now. But first, before we get into that, what are you drinking? Because you got something a little different today.
Yeah, I'm having a little scotch on the rock. Little Glenfiddich 12-year age scotch. Pretty tasty, actually.
Emphasis on the rock.
Yes, one big old ice cube. This is not one of my nice ones, and it just fell apart.
Could you touch it?
Well, it broke. But
What do you mean?
So I have this. My dad gave me this ice tray that makes the ice cubes clear, so like all the air gets out of them. And then I also have some other ice molds that don't have that mechanism.
Gotcha.
And the difference is like if there's no air in them, they melt a lot slower.
Yes.
And they're clear.
Yes. And I am drinking a Modelo, just like last week.
Ready, babe? There we go.
In the bottle.
In the bottle. The best. Biting my tongue, baby.
Yeah.
As best as I can.
Not gonna mention it this week. Not gonna mention it. I'm not trying to be a broken record.
How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. I went to a wedding on Sunday at Buena Vista Winery. First time I'd ever been there.
Nice.
Have you been there?
I haven't.
It's a nice place. It's out in the in the middle. It's kind of I wasn't expecting the drive to be what it was. You know, a couple windy road a little bit, but it was nice.
Nice.
It was nice. The reception was quick and dirty the way we like it. Thank you to Hannah and Jasmine for inviting me. Not only inviting me, but I was also at table one, at one of the family tables.
Nice.
We were the first people to eat.
Hey.
Also, shout out to, I think it was Lombardi's Barbecue.
They
Catered it
Nice.
out of Petaluma.
Love me some barbecue.
Dude, it was fucking really good. They had good cornbread. They had chicken, ribs on the menu. They had Caesar salad. The mac and cheese. Man. Could have went for seconds. Didn't want to overstuff.
Right.
Also, Buena Vista's wine. I'd never had before. I'd recognize one of the bottles. It has like a sheriff's badge on it and it says Buena Vista. But I don't think I'd ever had it before.
Nice, but that was what they were serving.
It's the only thing I drink.
You are a wine guy.
The first thing I got about 5:30 or 5:45 when everything was done, the reception was done, is I had a glass of Pinot.
There you go.
I said, fuck it.
I will say that's an easy way to not bloat yourself at a wedding.
Yeah, I didn't have.
Because cocktails you can get away with that too. But.
I didn't have one full beer. I drank the rest of one of Devin's Coronas, and they're like one of the smaller Coronas.
Oh, really?
So, also didn't get super hammered, which I'm proud of, because sometimes I tend to do that.
I saw you afterwards, and you looked pretty fine.
Thank you. You can tell I was a little saucy.
Yeah, but not
bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Not bad. Also went to the Marriott after.
Yes, sir.
And the Marriott, for people, we've talked about it. They redid the whole bar.
Yeah.
Where you work.
We opened up on Friday.
It looks great.
It
looks way better.
Yeah.
It kind of has a cool. I think I said it reminded me of The Shining a little bit. It kind of has like a '70s kind of vibe.
It's a mix between modern and the classic look.
I really like the green tile that they got in there.
Yep.
The seats in there
are massive.
Are like 2 feet by 2 feet. They're
Yeah.
fucking. You're gonna be comfortable sitting in these seats.
Yeah, if you're a fat ass, you can still pull it off.
You also served me a very nice dirty martini, which you always do, and you also put some salt around the rim, around half the rim, because if I didn't like it, I had the option.
Right.
Appreciate that.
That's a key.
Had 2 olives. I think from here on out, I'm gonna be an asshole and go 3.
Do it.
Should I just go 5?
Yeah, why not?
I
Fill up the whole.
I want a little snack
Fill
in
up
my
the whole
drink.
spear. Yeah.
I'm also starting to like olives more because of martinis.
There you go.
You like dirty martinis? Or are you just a martini guy?
I'm not really into the whole salty, but I mean I'm not like I don't hate it, but
Yeah.
I like a nice dry martini.
Yeah. Highlight of the night though at the wedding, gotta say, be a little sappy real quick. Our friend, Cody
Mr. Deaver.
Deaver, he got to walk down his sister down the aisle.
That's key.
which for me was a really nice full circle moment because obviously I've known them for years. Hannah was always like a little sister to me, another little sister to me growing up.
Yeah.
And I really thank the Washingtons for
Yeah,
inviting me
that's
to their wedding. And
Did Hannah take her name?
yes,
No.
yes, they both looked great. Couldn't have asked for a better Sunday.
There you go.
And it was at 5 o'clock. It was, it wasn't too hot.
Oh yeah, right.
I was in the sun for probably 20 minutes during the reception,
There you go. Nice.
and that was it. After that, it was great. The DJ was cool. Didn't have any cupcakes because they didn't have like a full-on cake. They did little cupcakes. I forgot the little candles that Tony made. Hannah's mom. I apologize, Tony. You don't listen to us, but I apologize. They smelled great, and she made them all by hand. And I thought
Oh, nice.
she made them and put on these nice little tin things that said Hannah and Jasmine. April 24th, 2022. And had a great time. How was your weekend?
Whew. Might have been the longest work week of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Put in about 60 hours this past week.
Jeez. And you're back at 5 days a week now.
Back to 5 days a week. Gonna be gonna have to get used to that again.
How long were you doing for?
Probably like 3 months at least.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
4
nice.
months. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice to have the extra time off, but definitely got a little lackadaisical during that time. But
Yeah.
time to ramp back up.
But I bet your wallet's gonna be thanking you later.
Yes, it will be.
So
Yeah, it was already a good first weekend, so
that's great.
yeah, it's just nice to be able to have my 2 days off and get refreshed, get this show back in action.
Yes. So go to the Marriott. Don't be an asshole. And get some good drinks.
Yeah,
Made by
yeah.
yours truly.
And honestly, the place has been completely reconcepted. If anyone's ever been there, completely new menu. Our new chef is awesome, and the cocktail list is pretty smacking as well, as the kids like to say.
As the kids like to say.
Gage, what's going on today?
We got some soccer talk because people have been talking shit and we haven't been talking about soccer, so we're doing that.
People.
We got NFL news because the draft does start on Thursday.
Yep.
MLB news, little Giants, little Miggy,
Mhm.
Miguel Cabrera.
Yep.
And then, of course, NBA playoffs, the biggest thing going on right now.
Which we're watching
Which
game right
we
now.
are watching. Phoenix is up by 10 with 4:26 left in the second.
Playing Nolans.
And, of course, last but not least, last call.
Mm-hmm. I think we got a beefy last call today.
We do. Oh, you got
I
something.
got a couple two true things.
Yeah.
I could even throw in one more thing if I really feel like it.
I got a pretty beefy part of MLB, so you better get ready,
That's
Mr.
all right.
Fourth Out Podcast. Okay?
No fourth out this week, so I'm all right with it.
All right, cool.
I'm here for it.
So start us off with the soccer.
All right, so our boys PSG clinched their 10th League One title on Saturday.
Give me a comp to winning this. Like, what is this?
That's kind of like
Like a comparison.
I would say it's like winning your division in baseball. Like it's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like the biggest trophy, but it's a nice trophy on your shelf.
Yes.
Sal may disagree with me, or other soccer fans may disagree with that comp, but I think it's pretty
Yeah.
close.
Give us the comp if we think
Right.
if you think he's wrong.
Because the way I see it, quick comparison is there's 5 major leagues in soccer in Europe, and there's 6 divisions in baseball. So, boom.
There you go. I like it. And see, I get a better concept of it now. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah. 8th time in the last 10 years they've also won League One, so,
So they're
they are the class of the division right now.
They're kind of like the Dodgers.
A little bit. And also Champions League resumed today. Manchester City and Real Madrid, first leg of the semifinals. Manchester scored 4 goals today to Real Madrid's 3, so they're off to a good start. And then first leg between Liverpool and Villarreal is tomorrow, and the second legs of those will be next week.
All right.
Be finding out pretty soon who's going to be in the championship.
Yes. Yes. On to the NFL. Like I said, the draft starts on Thursday. Look at that. Super Bowl's over. Boom. Draft.
I
Already.
know. I feel like that was a
Already
really
here.
short window.
Who do you want the Niners to draft? What kind of position?
Well, it's kind of tough because they don't have a first round pick, and their second round pick is very late. It's like 60 something.
They might get a first round pick though, which we'll get to.
Yeah. So let's say they had a first round pick. I would say, well, it's hard to not spoil it because if they trade Debo, I would want a wide receiver because this is another deep wide receiver class. However, a cornerback would not be a bad move, or safety because it sounds like they're likely to move on from Jaquan Tart, who started for them for a handful of years now. So I'd
Do you,
say,
do you think it's because of the drop in the NFC Championship game? Is that just like a good cop out?
yeah, I think altogether he kind of fell out of favor this year,
Hmm.
or even really over the last couple of years.
You know, I said to throw that in there.
Right. No, I mean that would be an easy one to say, but no, that's not really the real reason. So yeah, safety or really any kind of defensive back or a wide receiver, I would say. They don't have a lot of holes, I don't think, on the team, but
The Niners?
yeah,
No, not really.
yeah, but yeah, I would say that. What about you with the Cowboys?
Defense.
Defense?
Anything
Is
defense.
anything on defense?
Anything defense, and if you can,
Do you think they need to keep retooling that offensive line though?
that too.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Because I think I asked you this question a few months back.
And I think I said,
I can't remember what you said though.
I think I said like defense over offensive line.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or running back, get a different running back.
Yeah. I mean, you can never have
not
too
in
many.
not in the first round.
Yeah, I wouldn't say first
Not
round
in the
either.
first round. You don't need to.
Yeah.
Offensive line would be a bad call, even though I think the Cowboys have a later draft pick. So
Yeah,
it
they're gonna
might-
be in the
might-
20s,
Might be
right?
harder to get a good offensive lineman with
Right.
that kind of a pick, but you never know. You know, draft people hit later on in drafts all the time.
Yeah. So I've never even really heard of this guy, but well, I sort
I
of.
was
have.
just gonna say the same thing
Yeah.
because I know Aiden Hutchinson was supposed to be like the top.
Yeah, he's
top
been
pick.
pretty much the top candidate all off season, but it's looking like Georgia defensive lineman Trayvon Walker is emerging as that favorite to be the number one pick.
Doesn't hurt to be on the national championship winning team.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
And assuming either of those guys are drafted number one, they would be the first non-QB since Myles Garrett back in 2017. So
there we go.
I was looking at all draft history. I actually think I still have
Yeah,
that.
you were just telling me about this.
How many quarterbacks have been drafted number one overall, just like ever, really?
A lot.
But then, since 1997, the only three positions that have been drafted number one overall are offensive tackle, quarterback, or defensive end. I mean, and I get it because quarterback is obviously the most important position, and then getting to the quarterback is the next most important part, right? So your defensive ends, and then protecting that quarterback is also a part of that with your offensive
So that would
tackles.
make sense.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
It's crazy.
When you break it down like you just did, it would make complete sense.
Mm-hmm. So yes, like we talked about, Deebo Samuel has reportedly requested a trade from the
Boy,
49ers.
this made my motherfucking day last week. I'm not gonna lie to you. People that know me, I posted about it. I tried to troll as much as I could. It's one of the best things I'm good at.
It's
trolling.
You are.
It was great. And it was on 420, which I think we'll get to later. It's an overrated day, but this made it the best 420 I think
You're fucking funny.
that I've had in a long time.
You're really funny. Honestly, I saw it and I was like, okay, whatever. Like, either it's one of two things. Either the Niners are going to get a massive package for him, or it's just him trying to leverage a contract situation that he's dealing with.
And if you guys get a massive haul for him, I mean,
I wouldn't be that mad about it.
Right?
I mean, they're talking about the Jets giving up either because they have the number 4 and number 10 pick, giving up one of those, and many more players.
And if he's acting like this, okay, go to fucking New York.
Right, honestly.
Go.
That would be the perfect. Like,
get out of here.
Well, and there's
Go have fun winning 4 games.
right, and reports are that the Packers and Lions are also interested. I'd love to send them to Detroit.
They're not.
There's
Gonna,
no way the Packers.
they're
would
not
do
going to send him to the
it.
back.
Not a chance. But the Lions would be hilarious.
Yeah, you want to play this game?
Yeah.
We're going to send you to the bottom of the barrel of the
Right.
league.
Right.
The Jets and the fucking Lions. Might as well send them to the Jags while you're at it.
Right. But I mean, there's still talk that the Niners reportedly have no interest in trading him, so they're going to try to work out a deal.
And in all seriousness, me not being biased, they should try their best to keep this guy around because he is
absolutely.
one of the best players in the league.
Yeah,
by far.
100%. I mean, I don't
Probably one of the best non-quarterback position players.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he was super valuable for that playoff run for the Niners.
Yeah, I mean, I watched him against the Cowboys. He had that last breakout touchdown that
Right.
pretty much won you guys the game.
Right.
So I know what Debo's all about.
Right. He's he's a fun player to watch. It would suck to lose him, but if you could get the appropriate package for him, I'd be okay with it.
Hey, ditch Zeke, put Debo in the backfield. Now you're talking.
Apparently, that's what he wants to not do anymore.
Yeah, I know. He wants to be a wide receiver because it pays better.
It's really just about the longevity of
yeah,
your
your
career. Yeah. Yeah. You got any other football stuff on?
No, I don't.
All right.
Just Cowboys draft well. You usually do.
Yeah, they've been hitting pretty well the last handful of years.
Yeah. Just draft well, please. The future, my future depends on it.
All right, let's talk a little bit of baseball.
Yes.
First off, Miguel Cabrera.
3,000.
Yeah, about time, right?
Like I told you and Ashley or everybody in the group chat, I thought he hit this mark a long time ago.
Yeah, honestly, his numbers have fallen off quite a bit over the last probably 3-4 years.
And he's had injury issues.
A lot of injuries as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, I wasn't that shocked that it, and I've known, I guess, because I follow it, I get baseball a little closer maybe, but I've known that he hasn't hit it. But yeah, it seemed inevitable. He's has had one hell of a career. You got some numbers for us.
Yes, I do. Which, look at me putting out the numbers on this podcast,
Right.
and you are the baseball guy. These are numbers that you probably heard already. I just thought these were pretty cool stats for his part.
Mm-hmm.
So there's now only 3 players in the history of baseball with 3,000 hits, 500 home runs, and a career above 300 batting average. I know you don't like batting average.
Yeah.
I know you don't. But that's still
That's pretty awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Company, yeah.
He joins Hank Aaron and Willie Mays, which are, funny enough, these are all right-handed hitters.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought.
Yeah. I mean, he's also one of 7 guys to do just the home runs and hits part, the 500.
That's
and
what I have
3,000.
on. Could you name
Yeah.
the other 6?
Yeah. So Willie Mays. I don't think I'll be able to get it, but I did hear the list read the other day.
Yeah, he's the 7th player to have 3,000 hits and 500 home runs.
Yeah. So you said it was Willie Mays and who else had the 300 batting average?
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron. Yeah. I want to say. Let's think. Rafael Palmeiro, because I heard that when I was like, okay, I wouldn't have expected that. Manny Ramirez?
Mm-mm.
No.
I think Manny probably had over 500 home runs. I don't know if he had 3,000 hits.
No,
though.
probably not. That's the one he's missing.
The other players are Albert Pujols,
Oh yeah, Albert
Eddie Murray, and
That's a good one.
Alex Rodriguez.
A-Rod. Gotcha.
And I think Eddie Murray's the only either him or Palmeiro are the only players on this list who don't have a championship, which I thought was interesting.
You said Eddie Murray and Palmeiro?
Yeah. I don't know which one. I think one of those out of those 2, one of those players don't have a championship.
I don't
And I
think.
think it might be Eddie Murray.
I don't think Palmeiro does. I mean, he played for kind of pitiful teams most of his career.
I mean, it's one of the 2.
Yeah.
But shout out to Miguel Cabrera. And we're not going to see another 3,000 hit
Guy
guy
for a while.
The only person I had a kind of a list from Baseball Reference.
Yeah.
And
Look, the active leaders.
yeah, the only person that could realistically do it is I think right now Jose Altuve could do it because he's only 32. And
He's over 2000.
He has 1783.
He's still got a ways to go.
I mean, Joey Votto has third on the or Robinson Cano has 26, but he's 39.
Yeah.
2,600.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Yadi Molina, I mean, he's not
No.
gonna get it.
Votto, no.
Votto, no. Oh, you do have it.
Yeah, I brought it up. Elvis Andrus. I'm surprised Elvis Andrus has as many hits as he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Maybe Freddie Freeman.
Altuve, Freeman,
Maybe
and
Hosmer is kind of surprising, but he doesn't.
Nah,
No.
I don't see his because he doesn't hit well enough anymore. Yeah, that's a good call. It's
Probably.
gonna be a long time.
Probably Altuve.
Yeah, I'm thinking Altuve.
Maybe Mike Trout. Mike Trout's down. He's
Right.
low on the list.
I
right
actually, I hate to say, but I don't think he's a lock at this rate. You know,
I would
he just
say
gets hurt too often.
I would say Altuve right now
Right, that's a good
is
call.
a lock if there is a lock.
Yeah, I don't even think that's a lock though, because you don't know when a guy's gonna fall off. Plus, he's already 32. It's not like he's just hitting 30 or something.
Yeah. So shout out to Miguel Cabrera, which he is a champion in his first year in the league.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's
Super crazy. He had some awesome moments in his career.
Of
honestly.
course, went to played against the Giants in 2012. Got
Right.
swept when nobody thought he had a chance.
That was fun breaking out the brooms.
Got swept Brooklyn Nets style.
Yes, sir. Speaking of the Giants and the A's are playing right now. We're gonna flip that back to the television. First Babe Ruth series of the season. I think they're doing two gamers this
The
season.
Giants are up 5-1, top of the 5th, 2 outs. I like this.
Yes, love it. Carlos Rodon on the bump. He is absolutely shoving it down everyone's throat this year.
I'm not going to jinx it, but I love seeing the Giants beating the A's.
Oh yeah, I mean it's like the friendly rivalry
Yeah,
of,
it is.
the Giants. They are coming off a nice 8-3 road trip and a big win in Milwaukee last night as
Yeah.
well. That was a fun game. With what were you gonna say?
I was a little thrown off by them playing one game in Milwaukee, but then I texted you and you explained it to
Yeah,
me. And
they've done some weird things with the schedule. They've they've thrown some random single game series in there.
Yeah.
And we had to face their ace Corbin Burns, and we beat him, which is awesome. Like we kind of got a raw deal in that respect that we played him once, and we get to that guy. But
You texted me about the Jock Peterson home run, which I ended up seeing on Twitter right after I looked at
right,
it. And I guess some guy or someone in the stands was
right.
talking like,
There's a
did
lot
you
of
hear about
talk
this?
about
Like
this, yeah.
talking mad shit.
Yeah.
And then of course he hits a home run and comes back and he's like, you fucking pussy. He says that. You can hear him say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't really turn up enough to hear what the dude was trying to say because you can hear it pretty clear.
So it was actually a weird situation. So the initial thought is that people listening on TV thought the guy was saying something about being something anti-Semitic about being Jewish, but he wasn't saying Jews. He was saying juice because there was this conversation on Twitter. A guy who was a Giants fan that was at the game, sitting near these guys, heard him, explain the whole conversation and whatnot, and said they were talking about him taking steroids.
Yeah. And is Jock Peterson even Jewish?
I don't even know. Probably not. Which
It doesn't really make any sense to.
People are always trying to find something to run with.
But Jock Pearson took it personal, and I'm glad that he hit a home run.
I know, and he was flexing all the way down the first baseline too.
And he's been the early MVP of the Giants.
Oh man, he's been crushing baseballs.
If I would have told you 6 years ago, Jock Pearson would be crushing home runs for the Giants.
In 2022.
How's the bunt /hit count looking right now for Jock Pearson?
Yeah, it's still 1-0 bunts. I did see him try another bunt recently, but he fouled it. But yeah, still 1-0. We got to get him to put one in the water.
He'll get there.
Yeah.
What was your over under? 2.5.
Well, you asked me 3.5, and I went under because I'm going 3.
Okay.
Either 3 or it's gonna be 10. One of the two.
Not gonna be 10. He's not Barry Bonds. That's like Barry Bonds numbers. So speaking of the Giants and 420, like I mentioned earlier, our boy Brandon Belt, our favorite first baseman currently, his birthday is on 420. Do you know that?
I knew his birthday was recently, but I guess I didn't pick that up.
So in my fashion, I came up with Brandon Belt 420 names. So I'm gonna read off my list.
This is gonna be good.
It's about probably 10.
Okay.
I was thinking about this at work. Just while I'm bullshitting at work.
So we might have to just at least adopt one.
Oh yeah, So the first one, pretty easy, Brandon Bongs.
Brandon Bongs.
The second one's Smoke Two Belts. The third one's Belt Rips instead of Bong Rips.
Belt Rips, okay. Yeah. All right.
The fourth one's Brandon Blunts.
I like that one.
The fifth one's Brandon Backwoods.
There you go.
The sixth one is Captain Keefe.
Captain Keefe.
He's the captain.
Captain. That is too good.
The seventh one is I Got 9 on it.
That's
Number
good.
9.
That's
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Nice play.
Number 8, I believe, Captain Chronic. Come on.
Yeah, I like that one.
Pretty good one.
Yeah.
Good one. Number 9, Brandon Bammer.
Bammer.
You like that?
Yeah,
Pretty good.
of course.
And this one doesn't really have his name in it, but Bunt Pass.
That's pretty good. Bunt pass. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Thanks. My favorite out of these, I kind of like Smoke Two Belts.
Smoke Two Belts. Can I see that list really quick? Smoke Two Belts. I kind of like Brandon Blunts. That's just right to the point. Captain Chronic's pretty funny too.
Yeah. So which one of these should we adopt?
You can have one. I'll have it. I'll take Blunts. Brandon Blunts.
I'll do Smoke Two Belts.
Smoke Two Belts. Nice.
I tried to think of more, but I didn't want to force it. So I hope
10 was a lot. That was actually really good.
Yeah, I hope people got.
I was not prepared for that segment.
That's why I didn't want to tell you about it.
You could have even said, I got some Brandon Belt nicknames and not even prefaced it any other way than that, and it would have been surprising.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
I like it.
Thank you. And that's baseball.
That's baseball. Giants are looking good. There we go.
And look who's up to bat.
Brandon Belt.
I'm gonna Smoke Two Belts.
We should watch his at bat live on the show.
Yeah.
Right here.
If he hits
0-2.
If he hits a home run, I'm taking a shot.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, he just got
strike
rung
out.
up on strikes. I think we jinxed the hell out of that. Maybe.
Yeah. Sorry, Captain Chronic.
Captain Chronic. Yes, it's about time to check back in on basketball since we are going to be moving on to the NBA playoffs.
Yes, and I'm going to open another
I
Modelo.
think I'm going to open a Medallia as well.
Yeah? Damn, bro.
It's got a nice ice glacier brick on it.
Yep, there we go. That's it.
Oh, jeez. This thing's just dripping.
Yep.
This will stay cold long, hopefully.
So NBA playoffs.
Yes, sir.
The Boston Celtics sweep the Brooklyn Nets. And
Wow.
if I'm correct, we both picked the Nets to win this series and in 6 or 7 games.
Right.
You picked them in 6, I picked them in 7, and guess what? The Celtics won in 4.
Kudos to the Boston Celtics. What a series. Talk about being...
I don't even think Boston sports fans would have said this, realistically.
Yeah.
I've heard they're obnoxious.
Yeah.
I don't even think they would have realistically said that they could have won this series in 4.
No.
Just because when you got Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, you got to think they're gonna win at least one.
I think the lack of continuity this season with all their players being healthy or available, and even the Harden trade, that just really was tough on this team. They looked good at times, but they were just it just was not a good year for them.
They're good on defense. The Celtics.
The Celtics are a really good defensive team.
They were there.
And it's crazy because I saw this, I think it was a tweet of all the situations of every game being within reach in the final 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And obviously the Celtics won every game, so that just tells you that the Nets, I mean, you got to give the credit to the Celtics for sure, but the Nets just crumbled in crunch time in every single game. Not a good look.
I told you, I believe this to my core that the Nets needed to win that first game when Jason Tatum hit that shot at the buzzer.
You're all about that. And I mean, I think in hindsight that was true for sure.
And could they have lost in 5?
Maybe.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
But I think after that, you lose like that in the playoff game, the
little bit of
first playoff
pressure.
game, you're like, fuck, dude, we were this close to being 1-0.
Yeah.
And we all know in basketball, having any kind of advantage is important.
Yeah.
You have to. You never want to be down in a playoff series.
No.
You don't want to be down games, points, fouls. You know what I mean?
I mean, especially like game 1 is always interesting because if you lose it, you then now have to win 4 out of 6. You don't get that cushion anymore.
And you could debate that the team that you're playing maybe understands how your team plays now.
Right.
Because when you first go into it, you've played them in the regular season, but it's a playoffs.
Right.
The intensity's high. And, you don't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
But after you play that first game, you realize, okay, so we know how this guy does, what he does, what tendencies are and all this, the way they coach. It's just kind of things that I would think that you kind of realize throughout, at least after one game.
Right. I think a big takeaway from this series is the play of Kevin Durant and kind of how the Celtics defended him so well. I mean, I think he shot only like 38% for the whole series, well below his normal. The biggest one for me, Game 3, obviously a pivotal game because they're already down 2-0.
Yes.
You want to get that series to go back to Boston.
We know the history of 3-0.
Right.
It's pretty much being down 2-0 or 0-2. It's a must win.
Right. So he comes out, plays 46 minutes, and takes only 11 shots and 2 free throws. That's unacceptable for a superstar player like him.
And do we put the blame on him or the referees, or what do we do here?
But I mean, only taking 11 shots, like
Okay, yeah.
that's the worst part to me.
The free throw. Okay, I see what you mean.
But like, because sometimes you can take a lot of, or not very many shots, but you're getting fouled a lot, so that doesn't show up in the box score.
I also heard an interesting thing about this is, so Kyrie Irving was doing Ramadan. Do you know what that is?
Some kind of
religious thing.
yeah.
And it's when you don't eat or drink any water from when the sun's out. You only eat and drink when the sun's down.
That's weird.
And I wonder if this had something to do with him, like maybe not playing up to his standards or
Yeah,
being
because
kind
he
of
had a
fatigued.
great
He had a great game 1.
and then fell off after that.
And I think he was even doing Ramadan during that game 1.
Right.
But he could, he believes what he wants and he can do what he wants, and I'm not gonna knock him for that.
Yeah.
But I got to imagine not eating or drinking water all day is gonna affect you as a professional athlete,
Right.
especially how much you sweat during basketball.
Is Kyrie Irving a net next year?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're both.
I don't know.
I think they're both going to be.
I don't know, man.
Because they're over the whole COVID thing. It's done. Like that.
Well, I get that, but I mean, just his personality as a whole is just a little off the wall.
Are you saying like he's gonna want to leave, or they're not gonna want?
They're
him?
not going to want him.
They're gonna. I think he'll be there.
I mean, it would be hard to replace him.
Mhm.
Like, you'd have to find the right
Yeah.
suitor, but I think he's tradable. I think he's very tradable.
I think almost anybody's tradable though. We're really getting down to it.
Yeah.
Almost.
I mean, I don't think KD's tradable. Like, that would be ridiculous
He's
if
one
they
of the
traded him.
people,
Yeah.
Is seeing KD get swept sweet as a Warriors fan?
Well,
like you shouldn't have left. You see what
It's-
happens when you pick
right.
Kyrie Irving, who is a Hall of Fame, should have been NBA 75.
Right.
Not as good as Steph Curry, but still pretty good. Is it sweet to see him kind of fail after leaving what could have been a great 10-year run?
Right. Now, I don't think I root against KD. He did a lot for the Warriors, but I do think it kind of confirms the idea that he should not have left.
Yeah.
But he made his decision. It is what it is. But yeah, no, it has been a really wonky. Well, he's only played 2 years with them, but 3 years since he left the Warriors for him. So yeah, no, I don't think I root against KD, but it does make it look a little odd that he left.
The Miami Heat beat the Atlanta Hawks tonight, 97-94. They clinched the series in 5 games, which I give you kudos because
Did I nail that one down?
you said Heat in 5. I said Heat in 6. Congrats, you're up 1-0 on me right now.
That was actually a really tight game today. It was not the prettiest game, but a lot of guys were not able to play in this game. I know Lowry and Butler were out for the Heat. Still got it done.
Impressive.
Yeah.
And the Hawks, Trae Young had a bad series.
He was pretty, like, just watching the game today, he was just tossing the ball over the place, missing shots,
That's something he's got to
taking
figure
tough
out.
shots.
Something he's got to figure out. I see flashes of Steph Curry, but he's really got to figure it out.
Right.
He's not going to be Steph, but I see the flashes, and I just need to see him be more protective of the ball.
Right. His decision making and his shot selection was just not normal for him in the whole series.
And the Heat await the winner of Philly and Toronto, which I think this series is getting interesting now.
It is.
Because Philly was up 3-0.
Right.
And we know in the history of basketball, no team has ever blown a 3-0 lead, which is actually a pretty impressive stat.
Yeah.
It's happened in baseball and hockey.
Right.
I think Toronto could do it. I think they could, because it's 3-2 now. And I think, when do they play? Tomorrow or the next day?
They play Thursday
And is it in Toronto?
in Toronto.
It's...
I think if this happens, it's more of an indictment, and not to take anything away from Toronto, but it would be more of an indictment of Philly than anything.
Or Doc Rivers.
And Doc, I guess, if you want to go that far.
Who consistently blows leads in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
So yeah, I think if there's a team to blow a 3-0 lead, it would be Philly right now, the way they're playing.
We should both be rooting for Sixers and 7 because that's what we both said. I'm rooting for who's not rooting for Toronto to come back and
Right.
win this series?
And honestly, I was shocked to see, not shocked, but I didn't see it coming that Philly was going to be up for nothing to begin with. But they kind of dominated those first handful of games, and
I don't even think Fred VanVleet played the last game.
I don't believe he did. I think he might be. Is he done for the series? Maybe. I'm not sure.
And they still won this game 103-88.
Yeah, I mean that's a scenario where if you're at home with a 3-1 lead in a clinch scenario, you gotta lock that down.
I'm not if the Sixers blow this series. I don't think Doc Rivers or James Harden can recover from this.
I think it's a lot of it is on Harden right now, and his
And this has been how he has been throughout his career in the playoffs.
right.
Not great in the big moments.
Right.
And this is only the first round. This guy's made it to conference finals when he has not played good in those games.
Yeah. I also don't really understand his role that he's playing with Philly. He's not shooting the ball. He's kind of just he's trying too hard to be a point guard. It's like, dude, we know that you are truly a shooting guard or a scoring guard, if you will. Mm-hmm. You don't have to play like this just because Joel Embiid is a better player than you.
So I would say bold prediction, but
No, nothing like that.
there's nothing here.
We could always go get something.
Do you think Toronto's gonna win this series?
No, I think Philly will win one of the next two.
Do
I
you-
will not be shocked if it goes to a game 7. Though.
Do you think the 3-0 undefeated lead in history will ever be broke?
Yeah, I think one
I think
day it will.
It's got to happen.
I think it's in the way the league is moving, and who knows what's going to happen, in the near future. But it feels like it's moving to a more balanced. Like we see so many teams that look, championship worthy. I feel like these days.
It's very nice to see
Yeah,
everything be more equal.
because we had a good stretch, when almost like Boston put their big three together. It just you felt like you knew who was going to win the championship a lot of years, or at least the two teams that were going to be there. So the last series we're going to talk about in the East is the Bucks and the Bulls. The Bucks took a 3-1 series lead with a blowout win on Sunday.
This series is
kind of a dud.
Yeah.
Even without Chris Middleton, they still blew them out. Bulls are dealing with their own injuries too. I think Zach LaVine is not going to play in the next game, which is not good.
That's tough.
So Milwaukee will look to close that series out tomorrow night
And
at home.
what did we say about Milwaukee? I said Bucks in 4, so I was wrong. You said Bucks in 5, which is looking good. Look
Yep.
at you, Mr.
I don't think I picked any sweeps. I didn't predict any sweeps, if I'm not mistaken.
You did not.
Yeah.
I picked that one.
I think the league has been so weird this year. It's hard to predict a
And
sweep.
sweeps are impressive.
Sweeps are not easy to do.
Like what the Celtics did, is, especially against Kevin Durant, like we said,
Right.
it's impressive. It's not easy.
And even like the Warriors have dominated most of the series, and they still lost one.
Out in the West, the Mavericks beat the Utah Jazz in Game 5.
That was a big one for them.
Yes.
Big blowout fashion too last night.
And of course, winning the Game 5 when it's 2-2,
Yeah, that's huge.
you gotta win.
Yeah.
It's almost a must win. Because you don't have to be forced to win 2 games to win a series.
Right.
It's not a situation I want to be in.
Certainly puts you in a hole. I mean, the only thing that makes that better than like going down 3-0 is that you've beaten a team already. Plus, it's only 2 games, so you just boom boom. But yeah, it is a tough situation to be down 3-2.
Luckily for the Jazz, Game 6 is in Utah.
And anything can happen in Game 7, right?
Yes.
So just gotta get that one home.
You like to be at home when you're down. I don't want to be on the road.
Right. However, this Jazz team, I'm totally sold on this roster composition right now. It's just ugly.
Yeah.
You play like one of the best, most efficient offenses all season long, and you put up 5 points in the playoff game? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I texted you. I'm like, bro, they have 65 points.
And it was like 4 minutes left or something.
This
It's
is
unacceptable.
This isn't 1991.
Right.
You can't be doing this anymore.
And Donovan Mitchell might be dealing with an injury right now, which does not look good for them.
Do you think the Jazz blow it up after this year if they don't win this series?
I kind of feel like the front office might do something a little different.
Maybe
Yeah.
get rid of the coach.
The one thing though is, and I heard this point on Draymond Green's podcast that he has when he had Jason Tatum on.
Do you listen to that often?
I watch highlights.
Do you like? I mean, I've seen highlights too, but
I like that it's players talking, so you get their side of the things. Because a lot of times when you listen to radio shows or podcasts, it's just geeks who study the game. They never actually played it, right?
Yeah.
So I do like it for that aspect. But Jason Tatum made a really good point that no one believes you're gonna do it until you do it,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And sometimes, like even with the Warriors, they didn't win a championship till those guys were like 25, 26 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do it when they were 23. So sometimes you gotta wait things out with your star
That's
players.
a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Especially now in the NBA because players come out and they're kids still. They're 19.
Right. And they haven't fully
18,
developed
19.
themselves. But yeah, I don't like what I see in Utah overall.
The Pelicans tied the series up with the Suns on Sunday.
That was big win.
And
Big win.
We're currently watching Game 5 in New Orleans. And I don't know what the score is because they're not showing the score, but I think last time I checked, the Suns were up
Comfortably, right?
kind of 8
Yeah.
points to 10 points.
There it is. Oh, they're up by 17.
Oof.
That got out of hand quick.
I almost feel like I have to change my contender rankings now.
And Jay Crowder's already got 5 fouls, and there's 20-something minutes left.
Not ideal. Not ideal. And Devin Booker's out for this series. That's, you gotta feel good playing the 8 seed in that kind of situation.
Right. Which is why I'm not concerned that much about the Suns' situation, because I do think they'll still get through this.
Mhm.
But the Booker injury is not good.
No.
by any means.
It's not something that you want. You
Yeah.
don't want one of your best players.
The other thing that's in their favor is they're playing the winner of Utah and Dallas next round, which I don't see any of those teams really
I don't see.
challenging them.
I don't think the Suns should be scared of either of those teams.
Exactly. But they do need to get Booker back if they want to win a championship, I think.
The Memphis Grizzlies just won a great Game 5 to
That was
watch
unbelievable.
against Timberwolves, who just can't.
Can't close.
They can't close. They can't keep a lead. They should have won this game. They should have won the series tonight.
Pretty much, yeah.
If you count the game last week when they blew two 25-point leads in
Yeah,
the game.
they're up
How
by
the
20.
hell?
Yeah.
How the hell do you do that? That's almost
unreal.
impressive to do that.
Yeah.
I don't even think you could try.
You go up 26, the lead gets cut to like 8, and then you go back up by 20 in the second half, and you blow it again.
I mean, but they're still in the series. It's
Yeah.
only 3-2.
You got a chance going back home for Game 6.
John Morant, the newest most improved player of the year,
Mm-hmm.
got the go-ahead layup with 1 second left.
Also had a nasty dunk, which I'm sure plenty of you have seen. on
Everybody's gonna see about
social
time
media.
you put this up.
Unreal dunk.
We watched it live, and I yelled. out loud.
We both were like, "What did we just see?"
I wish I could have watched it with 10 more people.
Yeah.
It was just us two. I wish Garrett could have watched it with
I
us
know.
live.
Like he could do that in a dunk contest with nobody there, and that would win the dunk contest.
He cocked that thing
Yeah,
back.
it wasn't even fancy. He just cocked it back like it was kind of cool.
He's lucky he wasn't a charge because that guy was out of the restricted zone.
Was he out of it?
I think he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Last time I saw it, I'm not a referee, so I'm not.
He yammed all over him though. Get out the way, number 5.
Yeah, that dude's in a body bag now. That dude will not play basketball from here on out.
Right. Game 6 between Memphis and Minnesota is in Minnesota on Friday. That should be a good one. This has been a really good series, actually.
I think it's
probably the best.
It's been the best series
Yeah.
in this
with
in
just
this
the
whole
wild
first
games.
round.
Yeah, the wild. I mean, this Phoenix and New Orleans one's been decent too, but there's been some factors involved there.
Does Minnesota blow a 12-point or more lead and lose this game?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say they're gonna get comfortable. So you know why they won Game 4, in my opinion, is because they were not comfortable. They had a sense of urgency. They don't know how to keep the sense of urgency when the lead is comfortable.
And what did you say about Karl Anthony Towns? He is
Fake tough.
That's a great way to put it. He is fake tough.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Cat Williams, who was
In the
watching Karl Anthony Towns play in Memphis.
I love how too, and I know you noticed this when they did a replay involved with Karl Anthony Towns, and the ref called him Cat.
Yeah.
when he did the announcement about
Yeah,
it.
he's like no. He's like what? He's like no
Cat,
foul on
yeah.
Cat or
Sure,
something.
Cat will shoot free throws.
That's pretty cool though. It's easier to say. He could have said Towns, I guess.
Yeah, I think it would be more formal, like they have to say Towns.
Yeah. Like you think that referee would have said KD instead of Durant?
Or even more like 32 on White would be what I feel like
More
is,
professional.
Yeah, more professional.
Yeah, I'm cool. Like, I
No, I like it.
I don't have an issue with it.
Yeah. No,
Like,
yeah. Based on that, I think KD would be an appropriate.
KD.
Yeah.
Like, do you think he'd say like Bron,
King James.
or Chef Curry?
Chef. Yeah, Chef will shoot 3.
You think he'd say smoke 2 belts?
We'll see. Actually, we'll never see.
How will we see that?
Ooh. So what's next? We got Nuggets Warriors.
Your Warriors go off.
So Nuggets did keep their season alive on Sunday with a nice 126-121 win over the Warriors. Really tight game. Warriors were kind of down like really the whole game and actually took the lead with just a couple minutes left, but the Nuggets kept it together, got the win. And Game 5 will be tomorrow in San Francisco. Chance to close it out for the Warriors once again.
Which in that area tomorrow night's gonna be a nightmare.
Oh, it's gonna be lit.
you said the Warriors play at 7.
Yep.
The Giants play at 6:45 at home against the A's.
Right.
Good luck with traffic.
Yeah.
Good luck getting to that game if you're going to the Giants game.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're planning on going to the Giants game, just don't.
If you're going to the Giants game
Rethink
tomorrow,
that.
leave at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, make a day out of it. Go to San Francisco in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be wild.
So I had a question for you.
Sure.
I heard this on the radio, and I thought it was a pretty interesting question to ask my friend, co-host, who is a Warriors fan.
Okay, let's hear
So
it.
Jordan Poole has been a breakout player for you guys this year.
Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting.
If the Pelicans called you right now and said Zion for Jordan Poole, straight up, would you do it?
No.
What if it was John Morant or Jordan Poole?
I'm gonna take Ja.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's easy, but Zion, no. Zion's too much of a flake.
Okay.
Zion's not playing for this team that could beat the Suns.
And I'm only mentioning these three because these three were actually in the same draft together.
Right.
So
I saw this funny video clip of draft, like recap of that draft about Jordan Poole, and this guy was giving his opinions. He's like, oh, this is a way overdraft by the Warriors. They could have got him, as an undrafted free agent.
I think I saw that.
I'm like, wow. I mean, who knew that he was going to be anything?
I think Jordan Poole is a better shooter than John Morant, though.
Probably.
I don't think that's debatable.
But even Jordan Poole's efficiency is not like super like Stephen Clay. But
so you would go for sure John Morant and then no for Zion.
No.
Okay.
If Zion was like doing his thing like we know he can, I would say yeah. But he's just been too flaky, too injured to do that for me.
So this Warriors team is giving me major PTSD. It gives me big 2015 vibes. Don't like it at all. And remember earlier, before the season started, when you said the Warriors are going to win the championship, and I laughed at you. I laughed at you the hardest I've ever laughed at you on this podcast, probably ever. I think the Warriors are going to at least make it to the NBA Finals. I do believe that. I think they are gonna make easy work, possible gentleman sweep of the winner of the Grizzlies, Timberwolves. And you're trying to tell me you're trying to tell me in the conference finals that Chris Paul's gonna beat the Warriors? It ain't happening.
I'd love to break his heart again.
It's only happened. Last time it happened 2014. That was before the Warriors became the Warriors.
Yeah.
You're telling me. You're telling me that's gonna happen. I'm not buying.
And that was first round too.
I'm not buying it. Not buying it. I think the Warriors.
We'll see.
I'm gonna give you my finals prediction right now.
Yeah.
Warriors Celtics.
I like that prediction a lot. I should have moved the Celtics higher up on my list, but we're gonna get to that here in a minute. But
as of right now, I think it's gonna be the Warriors Celtics, and it kills me. It kills me. But the Warriors, when it comes to the playoffs, they just figure it out. They just figure it out.
I am with you on that. I am concerned about the Grizzlies because they have given the Warriors fits this year. They're athletic. They are insanely good on the offensive glass, which the Warriors can have their own troubles, grabbing defensive rebounds. So that concerns me.
But I'm taking the coaching. People talk shit about Steve Kerr recently, but he's still a great coach.
Dude, people are fucking out of their minds. I just want to
because
you brought that up.
Go for it.
Everyone wants to talk about, Steve Kerr's rotations are stupid and this and that. Okay, go be the coach and see what happens. Everyone wants to use the Luke Walton comparison. I'm like, okay, that team was just absolutely loaded. Like, you couldn't fuck that up.
No.
But everything that Steve Kerr has done for this team has been for the right reasons, and they got a chance to win a championship again. So quit your bitching.
You could debate Steve Kerr is the reason why the Warriors have had their great run the past 7 years.
Well, let's put it this way. I firmly believe that if the Warriors held on to Mark Jackson, they would never have won a championship.
No.
Playing that style of basketball.
No. Okay. So yeah.
So I think that I'm with you.
And it reminds me of 2015, the Warriors this year in that 2015 team, because a lot of injuries happened again, for the Warriors in that 2015.
Yeah, they got some breaks.
Jamal Murray's not playing for the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And then the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies don't really have any injuries right now.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say they play the Suns in the conference final, and let's say Devin Booker's still
out. Yeah.
And it's part of the game.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but it just kind of gives me a little,
Throw a flashback.
A little flashback 2015.
Right. Yeah, that's
But
fair.
as of right now, I laughed at you hard. And I almost didn't want to admit this to you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even allow me to say this out loud. But right now, my pick is going to be Warriors Celtics. But those aren't my two top teams in our contenders list, which we are going to get to right now.
Let's go.
You go first.
Okay, so I didn't want to overreact to what's going on with the Suns because of Booker. I think they're still going to get by. So I have Suns number one.
I overreacted a little bit.
Yeah, I have Suns still number one. Bucks still number two. Last week and for a couple weeks, I think I've had the Sixers up at 3. They're moved down. I moved the Warriors up to 3. Heat 4. And Celtics 5. But I think Heat and Celtics, I would have them 4A and 4B. But for the sake of this, keep the Celtics at 5. Sixers down to 6, and I have the Grizzlies at 7.
Okay. I have the Bucks at 1. I put the Celtics at 2. I put the Warriors at 3. I dropped the Suns to 4, and I do think it's overreaction. I'm thinking right here, right now, what I just said about the Suns and Chris Paul and the Warriors. I just don't really see it yet.
Okay.
Don't really see it yet. Sixers at 5 because they just can't close it out right now against the Raptors.
Yeah.
And then the Heat, for some reason, I can't believe in. I got a 6.
Okay. There we go. And wait, you said no more Grizzlies?
I took them out.
Yeah, took 'em out.
Like 2 weeks.
Because you did have them before for a little bit, right?
I didn't have them last week. I had them.
Oh, because they lost to Minnesota in that game 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair point.
Something like that.
Also, the Nets are no longer on my list. Unfortunately, they can't win it.
Yeah, the Nets are not on my
Yeah.
list. So
I'm glad I never got too much faith in those guys.
I had the Grizzlies 7th 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Got it. I had them as high as 3 2 weeks ago, but they've since moved down.
I just think they're a little too ahead of schedule.
They're a little
I
young.
don't trust them.
That's the one
Deep
thing.
in the
Yeah,
playoffs,
that's the one thing that I would feel okay about with the Warriors playing them next round.
Exactly. I think you guys are going to the conference finals.
I don't think that's a lock like you think it is, but I mean I don't disagree with that terribly.
Alright.
And that is the end of basketball, yeah?
Yes.
All right.
See what happens when the playoffs are here?
Yeah.
We enjoy it. We talk about it a lot more.
I know. That's the thing about basketball is it's almost like 2 seasons because the playoffs are like 2.5 months long or 2 months long. And you can see it on the court during the regular season that guys don't give their full 100% effort all the time. All right, Gage, what time is it?
It's time for last call.
You just setting records over here for most taps?
That's by far the record.
Yeah, we didn't put any ornaments out tonight. I was just thinking that.
No.
We kind of ran through most of them.
I kind of want to take a shot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You want to go run and get it?
What am I getting?
Whatever you pick.
What do you want? Do you want anything?
There's bullet. There's gin that we probably don't want to shoot, and that's about as good as it's gonna get.
I'm gonna go with bullet.
All right.
You want one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
I got the shot glasses here.
Yes.
Shot cups. We're gonna take a quick pause. Yeah. Garrett, say hello to the camera.
Handle pull. I'm back.
Damn, Speedy Claxton over here.
I don't want to leave you with dead air. I don't want you to not talk or something.
Fair enough.
All right.
Lace me up. Look at that pour.
Look at that.
Beauty. Right at the first line.
Sounds really good. So remember those shot glasses I showed you, the little boot ones?
Yeah.
They're really cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got that. I also bought that Infineon Raceway one, which is like a real shot.
Right.
I poured that one into that one to see what the comparison was. The boot ones were like half a shot maybe.
Oh, really? They're super small.
They're super small, but they're really cool. Couldn't say no.
Yeah.
I bought them. I bought all 6 of them for $1.50. I mean, come on.
There you go.
That's a big bottle of bullet right there.
Send it.
Apparently, my sister saw those boot shot glasses and she was like, "I really like these." My sister's all of a sudden a cowgirl.
You should be like, you can have them and tell all your friends that you took 30 shots when it was only 50.
Like in high school, when girls would drink the bottle. Like,
What did they remember?
I just took 10 shots.
It's like, oh, that's not how you count it, money.
If you took 10 shots, you'd be a queen of the valley and your stomach pumped, sweetie. Sorry about it.
Sweet.
I don't make the rules. I just don't.
First thing, Villanova head basketball coach Jay Wright.
Retiring after 21 seasons at Villanova.
Did you know he'd been there that long for one?
No. I would have guessed maybe he coached in totality
Right. I thought I
21 years.
Well, let's put it this way. I guess Villanova has not been a powerhouse until about. I think they went to a Final Four in like 2009 or something like that.
I'll take the
But
word.
yeah, so they haven't been. But
And he's won Two?
2 natties in
Yes.
the Final Four 3 total times.
That badass buzzer beater one. That's, I mean,
Actually, 4 times I think Final Four, but anyways.
really.
Yeah. Yeah, that buzzer beater was tight against was it UNC?
And apparently he's not ruling out a potential NBA opportunity.
I saw that, and it kind of makes me think that maybe that's why he retired, because he's getting calls from owners or GMs.
Don't come to the Kings.
Yeah, that's where everyone's career comes to die.
Yeah. Just don't.
Do you want to just do this?
Yeah.
I don't know why I started talking.
That's kind of. I was ready, and you started talking about Jay Wright. I'm like, this is not the right.
You
decision.
poured them so beautifully. I just we can't drink these, you know.
It's really easy. It's just you go to the line.
It's really easy.
Ugh.
Yeah, laughing and shooting is not a good combo.
I don't want whiskey coming out of my nose.
Yeah.
Or bourbon. Or no.
Bourbon, same thing. Bourbon is whiskey.
Is that actually true?
But not all whiskey is bourbon. Whiskey is a very general term.
So, bourbon is whiskey in the bullet sense.
No, all bourbon is whiskey.
So is Jack Daniel's bourbon?
No, because Jack Daniels is not a bourbon,
It's whiskey.
but it's whiskey.
Okay. No, it's kind of weird.
Well, here's the thing. There's you take whiskey is
It's
all the whiskeys, right? But then you got you
like
know,
branches of.
you got American whiskey, you got bourbon, you got
Like
Scotch
Irish
whiskey, Irish whiskey,
Oh, okay.
Canadian whiskey.
So
blended
whiskey is like the. It's like the.
It's a big tree.
It's a tree. That,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you got the. Oh,
Yeah.
That's. I like that. Good way to put it.
And there's parameters of what is a bourbon versus what is an American versus what is a blended versus what is a
Speaking of
Scotch.
whiskey, we gotta try it. The blackened whiskey.
From Metallica. Sounds kind of cool.
Hopefully it tastes good. You can probably get it at Lawler's. Probably Bevmo.
I'd be interested to see. Yeah, I would say Bevmo is a better bet than Waller's, honestly.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Did you see the Baker Mayfield statue that OU got for him?
No.
They got him a Heisman. I think they do trophy or do big old statues for every Heisman Trophy winner.
That's cool.
And the one at Baker Mayfield looks nothing like him. It's,
Really?
it's borderline as bad as the Ronaldo
Is
one.
it without a helmet on?
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's not good.
I mean, you gotta maybe not check it out now, but check it out in a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not good. People were ripping it on Twitter.
Poor guy.
And I thought maybe you'd seen
That
it.
Ronaldo one is pretty foul.
It's not as bad as the Ronaldo one, but that's like the lowest level.
You're right.
The Ronaldo one.
It's who let this guy make this statue?
Yeah, like Ronaldo's a great looking guy. Like he looks nothing like this bronze statue that you got right now. But shout out to Baker Mayfield for getting to the OU Statue Hall of Fame,
Right,
whatever the fuck you
right.
call it, because he's had a couple rough couple months.
I know, man.
He
Poor guy.
needs something to lift up his ego.
And part of me wants to feel bad for him, but at the same time, it's I get he's kind of a unpredictable personality, and you want someone a little more mature as your quarterback.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for Baker Mayfield in the slightest.
Right. So I know hockey season's wrapping up, right? And the Sharks are eliminated. They've been eliminated for a week or two now. Sick. Yeah, sick. But they did do some damage yesterday or Sunday rather. Nice comeback win against Vegas
Love that.
in overtime. So Vegas did get a point out of that, but didn't get the 2 points that they thought they were going to get. And went to a shootout. Rookie that they just signed out of Michigan. He just played actually in the Frozen Four,
Yeah.
which is the Final Four of the NCAA hockey, right?
Yes.
They just got him on the big club, and he had the ceiling shootout winner.
Wow.
Yeah, which was awesome to see. And Vegas, I'm gonna have to look up the score real quick. Vegas is now 3 points behind Dallas for the last spot in the Western Conference playoffs, with only 3 games left. And they played Dallas tonight.
So you tell me Vegas might miss the playoffs?
Vegas might miss the playoffs.
Let's go. Have they
but
done that yet in their history?
They have not missed the playoffs yet, which would be just Sharks fans' ears music.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
So I'm gonna just look up the score if you want to bring up your next topic.
I don't.
You wrapped it up. All right.
Wrapped it up.
Let's check out the scores. And Sharks are down 3-0, by the way. Pretty sick.
Who are they playing?
Anaheim, which we don't like losing to those guys either.
I'm kind of sad we only made it to one game. No, I'm happy that we made it to a game.
Stars won in a shootout. So they extended their lead by 1 point. So 4-point lead with 2 games left.
Sorry, Vegas.
Basically, Stars have to lose both times, both their games, and Vegas has to win both their games. So
It's
feeling pretty good about that possibility.
if you're a Vegas fan, you're saying, see, there is a chance.
There is a chance.
So you think there's a chance.
Yeah, but I'm not saying it's a good chance.
Watch, you're gonna pull it off, or maybe
Right.
back here next week, being like,
I'll acknowledge it. How about this? We'll take shots if Vegas makes the playoffs.
shots.
Shots. We'll each take a shot.
Okay. I was maybe like multiple for.
No.
Okay. I'm down with that. Yeah.
All right. Fuck Vegas.
Fuck Vegas.
Joe Pavelski, do us another favor, baby. Missed that guy.
Only one game this year we went to.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been to multiple in the season, like once or twice. So
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess
Yeah.
I've never been to.
It's
more.
also
it's not like Giants games.
right. I wish it was just a little bit closer because Giants games are relatively easy to get to. But yeah, San Jose is just another like 45 minutes on the road, so it's tough. But yeah, Sharks games are super fun.
We love our Sharks through thick and thin, regardless.
Sharks are going to be a part of the NHL Global Series next year. They just, like we talked about a couple weeks ago, they signed Tomas Hertl to an extension.
Mm-hmm.
He is from the Czech Republic, and they're playing in Prague, Czech, next year. One game. It's going to be tight.
That's cool.
Yeah. Might be 2 games, actually.
Nice.
At least one. But yeah.
I like that.
All right, man.
I got nothing left. Empty. That's what we do on this
You got a
podcast.
sip in there. You can make a sip out
You
of
think
it.
I got a line.
Do you want to send us?
No.
All right, everyone. Thank you all for watching.
You're better at sending than I am.
Fair enough. Thank you all for watching, listening. Go subscribe to us on YouTube.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Go subscribe to us on podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify, whatever.
Anything and everything.
Yep. Go check out Fourth Out. Next episode will probably be out next week, I'm thinking.
I'll listen.
There we go. We will see y'all next week. Peace.